Okay, I said bye for now and then I came back. This is another just terribly shaped rock. I mean, there is no rhyme or reason to this rock. And it's tough. This is really hard. Texas tough. And I can kind of see, I mean, this is the long way down here, and I can kind of see a plane through it, but really it's almost a coin toss which way you do this thing. So I'm just going to attack it, and I'm not going to talk so much while I'm doing it. I'll just let you watch, and you'll see if I can do anything or not. I said this is Texas tough, but this is I can tell that this has been in a kiln. So this one is not one of that other one that I was just did another video on was raw, but this is not. See, I've established this, so I'm trying to do something over here that's works with that. But so far, I'm not flattening. That came over, that was up at an angle. See that cortex, how much that dampens the thing? Just hinged out. The reason it is because I'm losing power from the cortex. It would have been better if I had tried to get more of it off. Flat, not flat. But wide, don't need this. So watch. I don't want to bevel down this way because I don't want to get into there too much. I'm going to try and hit from the side here. See, it didn't come in as steep. It didn't come in as steep, and I've gotten this raised quite a bit, so now I can do it a little more. Tilted it down and a little more. And see, now I've raised this where I can shoot back on there, and it's not a real steep bevel into that. And I hope you can see this. I'm just got this thing off camera and you didn't see that. That's a shame, because that was a good little. I wonder why I'm scrubbing it that much, is I get like one really good shot at this. Because this nub, this high point right here, there's no other way to attack that right now. So either I get it or I don't. So I'm going to try and really support this well. What do you think? Well, the answer is yeah, I got it. Kind of. Didn't climb it as much as I would have liked. But it's all right because I need to be flattening over here. The reason I hit so hard was because my first hit was a hinge because of the cortex. And I didn't want the second one to be also. On a deal like this, you really would like it to go both ways because you'd like to hit remove thickness here, but you got thickness in a ridge over there too, so you'd like to do both. So sometimes you can just sort of leave it in the middle and try and split the baby by hitting one way and then coming back and hitting the other. I think I'll hit this way first. Jamming in my leg, support underneath. Blow it all the way down to the end. I'm trying to, save what I can. So then I got all that, I lowered that a lot. This is a ridge here, so I'm going to go ahead and raise them two sides, that other delta. It doesn't need to be steep, it just needs to, or acute angle, it just needs to be at the right height to undercut. And I didn't try and do too much with that because I knew it would go all the way across, so I just sort of did a little. Okay, so now this is too low, so I'm going to go ahead and doing it at the right angle to try and feather it into that. So I'm kind of hitting down. I said I wasn't going to talk, didn't I? See, I still got width I don't need, so I'm trying to. Alright, so we're fixing the alright. This is a concavity, so I can't hit this right here, so what I'm going to try and do is make a little mini miracle happen, because this is definitely not, a straight ridge. Got a concavity there. This flake is going to have a tendency to do all kinds of weird crap. But we'll just call ourselves gamblers. And it failed. It ran to right there and hinged out at the bottom of those steps. So now I gotta, this is cortex. This ain't gonna do nothing anyway, so I gotta get this off. Alright. Might as well be thinning. Still it's got a concavity. Okay, so now the concavity's gone, but I don't have a platform. This one's going to need all kinds of support and hitting downward. And I'm actually going to pull this flake. I'm just pulling backwards towards the back edge as hard as I can. And when you pull flakes, people tell you that don't work. It works. I was pulling hard backward. It works. I don't care what anybody says. I know for a fact it works. It's not hypothesis. Because you can feel it. If you take 1,000,000 flakes, you know what they're going to do. So then when you pull one and it does something way more than it would have done, it's either magic or it's physics. Or it's the magic of physics. I don't know. I know I'm tired. I know my stupid finger hurts. Y'all, I don't do all this stuff at a snail's pace normally. I'm pulling on this hinge. I don't know if you can see that hinge. There's a hinge right there. I'm pulling on it. Accident? I think not. That's a little low, but I might hit it to see what it'll do anyway. I'm holding this one together. I'm not pulling on it. Accident? I think not. Overshots. Gotta love how they deal with square edges for you. That was a big old square edge. None of that cost me a bit of weight. Width. Ow! That kind of broke. That kind of broke. Sometimes when it starts doing that on you, it means hit faster before it has a chance to do that. So sometimes I kind of I do more follow through when it starts crushing like that. It has to do with the tensile strength of the material right there. So that time I just went beside it to an area that looked a little bit sturdier and whacked. Can't whack on that. That's a bad thing. Can't whack on any of this. I can whack down on this. Most of the time you'll see me hit stuff one way and then flip it over and hit the other. It just, because of the way these things do their little deltas and the concavity and stuff, that's just what I think you need to do most of the time is you go the opposite way from the right way with it and brush off the problem area, and then you go back the other way with it. Well, y'all, this is starting to look square edge, supporting out under it, and I'm going straight down and trying to barely catch it, just to try and it's chattering up on me. It's trying to hinge and everything, so I gotta quit it. All right. We're starting a little ziggy-zaggy concept. See, I switched that around because I didn't want to get my little finger again. Chalkiness. What time have I spent? 15 minutes, huh? Big old fat problem area. Hinge. Pulling on hinge that way. Well, it's cracked, but it undercut the hinge, but it hinged again. It's kind of like the fact that the hinge was there made the... Or you can blame that on me for pulling. That's what we'll do. We'll blame it on me. That was just angle. I didn't really support that, but it's like, what angle do I hit? And I just hit. All right. I'm starting to sound goofy. I really think I need to help myself a lot with a hit that's a good one right along in here. That was an aggressive hit. You think we can do it? What do you think? Stick my leg. We did it. Well, I don't know. I'll just have to take my word for it that I've got this thing whipped into shape and it's under control. I'm not going to make you sit here and watch another 5-part video where I make a point out of it or anything. That looks like it's got a little crack in there, but that looks like it's natural. So I'll just have to deal with it. It doesn't go too far, so there's still a point in here. Thanks for watching. Friday afternoon, go out to dinner. See you later. Freeze crack.